Aizen, the former captain of the 5th Division in the Gold 13 and the best and most charismatic Bleach villain, clashes with Wonder of You, the strongest stand Araki's ever created, a stand with the power to manipulate calamity and fate itself. It brings destruction upon those who dare to pursue it, turning the very laws of probability against its foes. In this ultimate showdown, two worlds collide, and the fate of existence is at stake. Some time ago, I did a poll with you guys, and the results were quite interesting, so I figured I'd make a video to prove this fight's outcome might not be that obvious. So who wins? Let's find out. I've decided that the strongest and most terrifying adversary one can face is called Calamity. Calamity attacks irrationally, but is actually bound to a certain logic and will encroach every person equally. It's too powerful, and trying to overcome it might in itself be beyond hope. These are Araki's own words explaining why he thinks Wonder of You is the strongest stand in the series. Calamity can consist of any physical object or tangible event that results in objects hitting the target, dealing damage many times larger than normal. Damage is also modified based on karma. Bad karma leads to more fatal results from calamities striking a target. According to chapter 100, the closer the target is to Wonder of You, it also modifies the damage of the calamity. If damage towards Wonder of You seems imminent, a calamity will strike whatever is attacking it with fatal force, no matter the karma of the target. We can also consider the calamity that Wonder of You said in chapter 99 and 100 that it also affects those around the target indirectly. According to Holy, it is possible to stop the intention to pursue and change it with the intention to invite. Following Holy's advice, Josuke invited Akifu by sending a package to a reporter so that he blackmails Satoru Akifu. Wonder of You has no counter that is limited to only work within the realms of possibility, because to overcome it, you must transcend the concept of logic itself. The calamity does not always generate successfully, so occasionally Wonder of You needs to lure its target so that the calamity can occur. The first example is what happened to the reporter in chapter 97. Satoru Akifu provoked his target to generate pursuit intent. After that, he turned the event that happened to the reporter into a calamity. The event I mean here is that prior to his meeting with Satoru Akifu, the reporter did take his time to take the lokakaka fruit in the jar. This was proven by the pimples on the reporter's cheeks, which gradually disappeared. The calamity that happened to him was that the equivalent exchange the lokakaka did to cure his pimples was taking a more vital part of his body. Yokosugetsu. Let's talk about one of Aizen's many hacks, the complete hypnosis of all 5 senses. How does it work? Well, here's a quick example to give you an idea. Even if you're conscious of being in a hypnotic state, breaking free from it is impossible without physically interacting with the blade. Even if you possess the ability to perceive Aizen's presence, it retains the power to reduce any sensation or auditory perception, and you remain unable to escape the illusion's grip. Even the awareness of his existence proves inconsequential, as Kyoka Suigetsu has the capability to immerse you in any conceivable experience, rendering escape futile. Essentially, it can render you immobile, as your body remains entranced, preventing any voluntary movement. That's pretty much how it is applied in a physical confrontation. This could work on Toru, but because he is often not present in battle, I'll just rule out the possibility that hypnosis could work on the stand because Calamity is erratic and is not done consciously. Now things begin to get really interesting. The Hogyo. It consistently reshapes Aizen's soul to conform and progress in accordance with the desires of his heart. This is precisely why it is so broken. It possesses a distinct will, it's sentient, and it attentively heeds his heart's intentions, behaving as though he were its master. It's like gaining a Requiem stand. The only difference is that with the Hogyoku, the evolution is perpetuous and only limited by your own imagination. Following his commands, it stands as a reality-warping entity with a remarkable capability to genuinely elevate an individual to a godlike status. As he progressed in his evolution, he effortlessly endured various attacks from Murahara, Ishin and Yoruichi, maintaining a relaxed guard and emerging unscathed each time. His power continued to grow to such an extent that his Ryatsu became imperceptible to them, signifying a transcendence of his abilities. And this pretty much confirms that eventually Aizen transcended a whole plane of existence, and as a result, logic. essentially doing the same as soft and wet go beyond's bubbles. To further support this claim, a noteworthy feat was his destruction of the Cleaner, an entity impervious to spirit energy, responsible for maintaining the space-time within the Dangai. Notably, Gin, a renowned academic genius, previously stated that Shinigami Ryatsu was ineffective against the Cleaner, and Aizen's ability to vanquish this entity serves as compelling evidence that he was operating beyond their conventional dimension. Additionally, he displayed resistance to the time-space manipulation power of the Cleaner, and it's very important that you pay attention to this. The Cleaner is on the side of reason, as in a part of the natural law. Aizen resisted its time influence with a glance, so even in his father's state, compared to his later versions of course, he's already overpowering chunks of nature's laws. So in theory, Aizen could pretty much destroy Toru in his stand without even triggering the calamity, and once Aizen's resurrected, he finally transcended hollows and Shinigami. Note that he had an excellent understanding of Shinigami and hollow powers, and researched the Shinigami to the point where he could seal Ryujin Jaku and uncovered Kenpachi's secret. The Can Fear Your Own World novel also confirmed that the Hogyoku takes one above the plane of their soul. Just imagine his already perfect abilities performed on this level, even Aikido, which distorts space and time. Rinjo could distort space and time with a Gran Ray Zero, and he was only Espada number 6, Base Aizen being stronger than all of the Espada together. So imagine how much this full incantation Hado 90 from an immeasurably more powerful Aizen must distort space. Even the Cleaner could throw people centuries into the past, and Baragon could age captains thousands of years in seconds, all inferior beings to Aizen. He then went from being slaughtered by Dangai Ichigo to being able to damage his arm and his monster form by scaling his attack power upwards, and after he was obliterated by Mugetsu, he began to transcend again, and his Zanpakuto broke down, but his weakened state and his conflicted heart gave them an opening to seal. The Hogyoku manifests the will of the user. Aizen wanted to lose his powers, as Ichigo mentioned later. Note that Ichigo can see into the hearts of the people he clashes his sword with, as he did to Gin Shimaru, and that's exactly what Hogyoku did to him. But Hogyoku favored Aizen once more by returning his Ryatsu as well as evolving him to the level of Zanpakuto fusion, so he lost his powers, only to get even stronger in the 1000-year Blood War. So has his power grown since he fought Ichigo? Well, yes. Based on the events of the last arc, he has now fused with his Zanpakuto, becoming the next step in his Zanpakuto evolution. He lost the butterfly in the monster states, but obtained immortality and Ryatsu comparable to, if not greater than, the forms he used against Ichigo. He can hypnotize Almighty jjba, who could see all possibilities, futures and fates. And again, while he and jjba spoke before their battle began, and that's not even counting his Bankai, as he was stated to possess one, in spirits are forever with you. Considering that we are abiding by the rules of the Bleach universe, that says that no matter how powerful your techniques may be, it won't work against someone who has more spiritual power than you, then not even Soul Society Aizen could be beaten by Calamity. That's it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. But don't forget to like this video if you did like the video. Do you agree with me or not? Don't forget to leave a comment down below letting me know your opinion. I'm looking forward to having a discussion with you in the comments. With that being said, thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.